Welcome to The Priority Shift, a podcast dedicated to focusing on your true priorities, both personal and professional, using the 80-20 method. I'm your host, Christina Walker. Let's dive in. Episode 28, Fun Safety Days. What does safety mean for you and your company? Really, what does it look like? Do you have a safety manager that is responsible for all the safety? Do you have a fun slogan in your facility that is collecting dust because we put it up in 2015 and haven't touched it again? Safety should be the building blocks of your company and something more than just a slogan, but I will admit that it's hard to truly implement. One of my roles at a facility that I was in had a few rough years with safety and people having near misses. It was easy to look at each one and share that someone just made a mistake or that we had to put an engineering fix in and keep going. But really, that is just fixing that one problem and not taking a step back and working through how do we stop these issues prior to them starting. Our HR team, along with site leadership, started implementing safety days. They were 4-hour events for all shifts and all sites, where production stopped and we did safety type of events. I really loved them and had the opportunity to help run them since we were such a small leadership team at my site. We used 80-20 to narrow in on what the problem areas were. What was the 80s of the incidences throughout all the sites that year, and how do we focus on improving that safety? For us that year, it was hands and hand injuries. We had activities where people could only do things with one hand to demonstrate challenges that would arise if you lost your hand due to an accident. We also did a fun activity with hearing and the telephone game. Again, demonstrating the importance of wearing our hearing protection all the time. They were fun and easy to implement games that, again, didn't cost the company a lot of money. Yes, we shut down our production for a total of 8 hours that day. But when there is an accident, that impacts not only the employee, but also the product movement is far greater. Other activities we did to help to drive home our safety culture versus just watching OSHA videos were a Chutes and Ladders game. We had split everyone into groups for the day, and teams were looking to win the biggest prize for that day. During the Chutes and Ladders game, we asked teams individually to answer questions that were related to safety and OSHA standards that we had covered throughout the last year. Think things like ladder safety, where our SDS book was located, etc. Then the teams would roll the dice and move forward on the game board. This did a few things for the leadership team. It showed us gaps in the training and understanding, and it allowed the team to share their knowledge in a fun and competitive way. They also were able to learn from one another, and we were able to talk through misunderstandings that the team may have had. We also did a scavenger hunt throughout the facility, and the team that could collect all of their tags and flags throughout the facility first won. We gave them a guide of what they were looking for. Examples of these were find 5 fire extinguishers. Where is the PPE stored? Fire emergency exits, etc. Again, this showed us quickly where we may have some gaps and areas to focus on and keep reiterating. Again, the entire 4-hour per shift was dedicated to our 80s, and the majority of the time was focused on improving the safety and knowledge of issues we were having in our facilities. It was also an incredibly fun way to check off something and improve our safety numbers without sitting through another boring safety meeting. Thanks for listening, and make sure to leave us a 5-star review on your favorite listening platform, and share this with a friend, colleague, or manager. Find more info at PriorityShiftSolutions.com and reach out to Christina directly to get started with coaching and applying the 80-20 method.